welcome back to Inside Guelph. We're talking about legal Linkup. We'll let you know what that's all about when we're joined with Samantha Goldsilver right now. Thanks so much for being here, Samantha.
Thanks
nice
for
to
having
meet
me.
you.
Nice to meet you too.
Legal Linkup. So I've never heard of this.
Okay, it's pretty new.
Okay.
Think of it as eHarmony to match up lawyers with clients. So we know that access to justice in Canada is a bit of a tricky business. For people who are very low earners, they qualify for legal aid, but pretty much for everybody else, they're on their own. So it can be something that's, in addition to costly, very intimidating if they're in a situation where they require a lawyer. They might not know where to start. You know, when we watch TV and someone gets in a legal problem, they say, oh, call my lawyer. How many people really have a lawyer on deck?
On call.
Yeah, exactly, with a number in their speed dial. So if you were ever in a situation from anything from some criminal activity to requiring immigration advice to buying a house, and you needed to find that lawyer, it's sort of a matter of where do you start. And it's something that can be very time consuming. People always go online to start it off, but so you go onto a directory, there's thousands of lawyers. You start going through them, you don't know who you're calling. And this is a way to sort of make that process more personal and just sort of a one-stop shop. So what happens is a client can post their case or their needs.
This is great. I can have tea while you talk.
Yes, absolutely.
She's going to go. You have a legal, it sounds like you've got the legal blood in you. Yeah, go ahead.
So a client needing services of a lawyer, they can post their needs online. They can request a flat rate quote. They can request, they can provide an hourly rate that they can afford so that the lawyer knows, or they can request a contingency. And then the lawyers who are in that practice area will get those sent directly to them, and they can then provide a quote to those clients. And the client gets the option of going through the quotes that they receive and choosing the right lawyer for them.
Okay, so what about in the situation where people aren't sure if they need a lawyer or not? Can we go on Legal Linkup and just say what the situation is?
Sure. I mean, they might not get a response. It really depends on the lawyer, but they can absolutely put it on. It's completely free for the client. The lawyers pay for posting their profiles, but the clients don't pay. So there's no risk to them. If they were just seeking some advice, they might find somebody who was kind enough to, offer them a few minutes to chat.
To say whether this happens or not.
Exactly.
So if there's a situation where you're not sure if you need a lawyer or not, you would pick the lawyer on Legal Linkup, or there's just sort of you submit it and your end matches you up?
So both.
Okay.
So if you weren't sure and you just sort of said, I need to talk to somebody and to see if I even need to go through this process, the clients have the opportunity to peruse the listings of the lawyers and their profiles. And they get a picture. As I said, it is almost like a dating site. Picture tells 1,000 words.
Right.
So sometimes you might feel more comfortable if you see a picture and you just sort of get a sense of what that person's like. So you can anyone can go on and look through the lawyers and read their profiles and see what they're about. They can then take the initiative to look them up offline, get their numbers, and put in a call and just say, this is the situation. If they are actually looking for the representation, what they do is they set up a profile for free. It's confidential. It doesn't show up on the site. And then they put a brief summary of what they need and what kind of payment form they're looking for. And there you go. And then the lawyers, it's almost like a tendering process. But generally, only large companies have that sort of luxury of having people come to them. But now, individuals and smaller businesses can have people come to them too.
Nice. So, okay, I have two questions.
Sure.
First, are the lawyers vetted, or is it just a free-for-all on that end as well?
The lawyers have to provide their bar number.
Great.
So they do have to confirm that they are, in fact, standing members
Legit?
of the bar and
Yes.
they're legitimate. So they're not interviewed. They post what they want to post. But they are definitely qualified and able to practice at
Is
the
there
time
a
that they
rating system? Do people who have used those lawyers,
Absolutely.
they can rate them?
Yes, I mean, they
Ooh.
don't have to, but certainly if somebody has a great experience, and hopefully they'll all be
They'll
great
all be great,
experiences,
yep.
then yes, they can absolutely fill out a rating and let other
Okay.
people looking know that this is a good person to go to.
Okay, so my other question being, if I put the profile up,
Mhm.
and you compared it to eHarmony, is there, do lawyers fight over it if it's a good, solid profile?
Sure, possibly. So what will happen where it's like eHarmony is it's not just sort of everybody throws their information up there and and then it's a free-for-all, and you hope to connect with the right person. What the system does for lawyers is that the lawyers will put their practice areas and specific information about what they do, so that they'll actually get, when postings come up that are relevant to them, they will get those sent to them directly. So they don't have to necessarily spend every day going through all of the postings and trying to see, hey, is there a possible business opportunity for me here? They'll actually get them sent to them directly. So it's much more targeted and personalized that way.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so Legal Linkup, it's free for us to go on.
Absolutely.
And post our profile. Thank you so much
You're very
for
welcome.
telling us all about
Thanks
that.
for
It is a
having me.
murky world sometimes and hard, so thank you for making it user-friendly.
You're very welcome.